Hello, first graders. Welcome to another new social study lesson. So please bring our community and beyond, and we will be starting page 18. We're still covering people and traditions, first unit. We learn about few words: history, fact, holidays, culture, characters, fiction, and we have the definition for these new words. We learn about our primary sources. We also learn about changes happen over time, and that's when we use the word history. And we know history tells stories about people and events from other times or other places. We also start to talk about family life then and now. We learn how life then, long ago, how the family lived their life, how the children kind of chores they used to do. We learn about the family now, how lifestyle we're living now, what chores children will do. We learn the timeline, and we know that the timeline shows an order of events. So events happen in life in orders. We also talked about school then and how the school looked like, was only a single room with much older kids, and they didn't have books. They didn't have, it was one teacher with too many grades. Now school different, we get bigger buildings. We have each class have different grades. We also learned that each class, probably classroom, would be having like whiteboard, computers, TV, and textbooks. Today, page 18, we'll be talking about community life. Community life then, which is like long ago, and community life now. So let's start with page 18. Community life then. You and your family live in a community. A community is a place where people live, work, and play. Long ago, most communities were smaller than they are today. There were fewer homes and more open space between them. People would walk or ride horses into town for food, supplies, mail, and fun. So as you see from the picture, there was few houses, more animals. People who used to ride carriage or horses to go and drop their mails, or to go to downtown and have fun, or to go to buy some supplies or food they're looking for. So again, what's a community? A place, right there, a place where people live, work, and play. All right, let's see. Why can people get around more quickly today than long ago? What do you think? Look what people used to take for transportation long ago: carriages or horses. But now, let's find out. What do you think? Now we have cars, we have bicycles, we have metros, we have airplanes, boats, and all sort of transportation. So it's easy to drive and go to another city or downtown, or to even visit another country. All right, page 19. Community life now. So we learn what happened long ago, what kind of life people have: less houses, more walking, more or riding horses to get supplies or food or mails from downtown or other places. Now let's see what's happening in community life now. Today, most communities are larger than they were long ago. As more people moved into communities, they built more homes, roads, and buildings. And you can see from the picture there: tall buildings, fountain, lots of roads, transportation in the back, bus, cars. All right. Today, many communities have schools, libraries, and parks. Some communities also have stores, museums, and hospitals. So everything will be in the same area where people live. So you don't need to drive or travel long distance to go to school, or to go to hospitals, or to do shopping like long ago. So if we go back, how communities long ago, we know that people used to they used to drive. The houses were smaller, and they used to ride horses or bike to get their supplies or food. And nowadays, as you see, more technology. So tall buildings, wider streets, and lots of different transportation where people can go and get their needs. All right, finding similarities and differences. Remember, that was the skills we read about, similarities and differences, and we talked about how the two girls were dressed up or how they spent their time. So today we'll be still covering the same reading skills over there in this lesson. So finding similarities and differences. How have communities changed over time? Circle the similarities and underline the differences. So similarities means the same thing that you find it. And the differences, that it's unique. Like you find it here, but you don't find it in the other one. Right. So if you go back, you're gonna see similarities that people move and live in a community where they live and work. Same in communities long ago or communities now. People live where they work and live and go to work or even play around. But the differences, now communities are larger than were long ago, and the homes and the roads are different and more houses comparing with long ago. So you're gonna look at both pages and you just underline. All right, let's go to page 20. So now we know how that family life long ago and now. We learn how schools looks long ago and now. We also learn how community long ago and the communities at this time or right now. Let's see work and then. What did people do for a living long ago and what they're doing now? All right. Work then or long ago has changed over time. Long ago, many people worked on farms, as you see. As communities grew, more jobs were created. People began to work on railroads, in offices, and in factories. A factory is a place where workers make things that people need and want. So as you see, railroads, people long ago used to do that, or farming, or even in a small offices like you see in this picture. So that's what people used to do long ago. Farming was a big deal, and it's important, and because there was not many machineries, so lots of people need to be farming, and railroads, because they were building new transportation to link cities, so they need railroads, and of course, in small offices like you see. So that's what the jobs were available and kind of works available long ago. Let's see what's going on today. All right, work now. Today, very few people work on farms because we have lots of machineries. So machineries will be doing more of the job, most of the job. Technology has changed the way we work. Technology is a science of making things faster and easier. Technology allows people to build machines and computers. Machines and computers change the kind of work people do. Today, many people work in offices using computers and internet. As you see, even you, boys and girls, probably if this situation for any kind of virus like what we have now happened long ago, children will be at home. They will close down schools and children will be losing the school days or the school years. But because of the technology, we are able to have long distance learning or learning online using the technology and the computers that we have now. So people also, when they go to work, there were less people working in farms, and because of lots of machineries, there were not many people working in factories like before, because machine can do lots of job, and then less people will be working in factories. But most of the jobs now, people are in offices, but as you see in this picture, he has his cell phone, he can call company, you don't need to send a letter and wait for response, you can send an email, you can just show your merchandise or products you want to sell, so you can show picture on the internet or in your laptop, and you get the response from the people and they like what you have, so they order. Long ago, people probably need to take picture or send information written on papers, then after that they send this to the other country or the other city waiting for a response. So it will take more time. But now things are done fast because of the technology and because of science. Science makes our life faster and easier, because whenever, that's what the scientists do. When they see a problem, they gather, they get the information, and they try to solve this problem. All right, let's see, read, did you know? Not long ago, people in office did not use computers like they do today. Many computers needed a lot of space. In fact, they needed a room all to themselves. Use the media center to find out how computers have changed over time. This is a fun project, if you want to call it this way. If you have time and with the supervision of adults, you can just Google and see how the computers look like long ago. So even this, as we using computer, but still it wasn't the same way. Like now you have a small, probably a tablet, or you can access your work through your phone, a small device in your hand. But long ago, even not long ago, but a few years ago, maybe 25 or so, computers were bigger than what we have now. And then before that, probably 40 years, computers were like a whole room is a computer. And then became smaller, which would take big space on your desk. And it was slow. It takes more time to Google or to put it on or to get your information. But now, as we see, it's very fast. It's small. It comes in different shapes, and you can even create something you like, your own logo or your own name on your desktop or a laptop or something. So if you like to do that, you can Google and see picture for laptops or computers actually long ago and now. Again, underline 3 facts you learned about work then and now. 3 facts between what did you see working now, then, and working now. So then what happened? People began to work in railroads, office, and factories, right? They also said that most of the people were doing farming, so many people worked on farms. But now technology allows people to build machines and computers, and many people now work in offices and using computer and internet to do their work. All right. I have a little question here. If I ask you, what is technology? This is a new highlighted word, technology. Technology is the science of making things faster and easier. So this is your definition. This is the meaning of the word, technology. Technology is the science of making things faster and easier. And that's why we use it in everything, to make cars, to make furniture, to make roads, to make clothes, to even pack food or storage. All this used by technology. All right. We also talked about that jobs long ago, what people do, and they're mainly farming or work in offices or building railroad, like this black and white pictures. But now we knew that now, because of technology, people work more offices and machinery does most of the job for them. Okay, so that's it for today, first graders. I'll leave you with the activities you need to do, underlines or circles, and have fun. Bye-bye.